Right then, good afternoon everyone, good afternoon, welcome to the stream, hope you're all doing well today. Yeah, today we're going to be doing, I think, which it'll be the final part of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I think we've got like technically one big case left, and then it kind of all unveils like the big bit of it, so we're going to get cracking. I've got to sneeze. Yeah, I've got to sneeze. 2 seconds. Sorry about that, chat. Yeah, so today, I think we've just got the one case left, as I say. In the last case, we ended up. So this is a bit of an awkward game, to be quite honest. I'll take my watch off because it's going to be a bit annoying. It's a little bit of an awkward game, and it's not exactly the same as the last one or the last couple that I played. So what I mean by that is, usually with these games, what tends to happen is you end up getting I don't know where to put this. Put it over here. So much shit on this desk at the moment, I've just got to fucking sort it out. Yeah, so usually what happens with these games is you get your case, you kind of go through and you kind of collecting all your information that you need to, and then you kind of get all your deductions, and then you put them together, and then you, as a player, kind of determine what you think is correct. Now in the previous ones, it would actually say if you are correct or not. These ones, though, are kind of more open to your interpretation of, like, it's more of a moral kind of thing. You know, so it's a little bit annoying to some degree because you kind of want to see if you are correct, you know, but it just doesn't seem to do that. So in the last stream, we ended up having a case where firstly, a man was murdered. Well, firstly, an art gallery was vandalized, and it was kind of a front of as a picture was stolen. The picture that was stolen was a depiction of a person who was dressed as like a devil sort of thing, violating a woman. And then it comes out that this painting was actually a real thing that happened, where a envoy, a high-ranking official, violated a refugee woman and got her pregnant. Now there was a whole dilemma of, we can try and, long story short, we wanted to use this information to either help the woman and her unborn baby, help the refugees in general, or just expose the whole thing to the public. Now we decided to expose everything to the public on the basis that it would actually generate sympathy for the refugees. That was my thought process. But it doesn't actually tell you if that's correct or not, you know. So yeah, it was a little bit annoying. It is what it is. But afterwards, we ended up getting a little bit more information regarding our mother. So we are going to go back home, which is Stonewood Manor. I'm going to fast travel. So, who is this now?
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Esteva, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
I'm listening.
You have my attention, Mr. Esteva.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
Status quo.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What do I need to do then?
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There's a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
Okay. So, as daft as it sounds, I don't think that is something that we are actually going to do. Right, what is this? Oh. It's a skeleton of what appears to be a mermaid.
It's a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
Right then.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are.
Hey,
full of
Ellie.
it. You like to
How you
pretend
doing?
you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
You're doing better. That's good. Yeah. How's the old Rona? How's the old Rona getting on? Before you answer that, I'll be right back. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go and sort myself out because I'm actually got a bit of a stuffy nose, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that, chap. I didn't realise I actually had a controller plugged in, but yeah, I hope you're doing well, Ellie. So yeah, on the case today, I think we're going to be doing a I think it'd be the final bit, and then I'm gonna have to try and sort some shit out for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm gonna have to download it over the next, well, when I'm at work later on. Then do we go in? I think we go in, don't we? And then I'm gonna try and test that out for the weekend and stuff.
Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Okay, so there was a room here that we needed to go into. Now, can we? Is it this room?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Right, so there was a room. Where else? Where else is there? There's a room there. Not this one. Right, so let's have a little look at our Mind Palace. Imagine our friend John. We brought tea, mental disease. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay. What's this? Fragile sanity. My mother's struggles with mental disease could well be hereditary and affect my mind and rationality. So Mycroft lied. We obviously know that. And then the clues. These two don't go together. Right, so our case now. When you're starting it, I don't know. It will either be tomorrow night, if all goes well, or some point over the weekend. Yeah, some point over the weekend. Fingers crossed sooner rather than later, actually, because I am quite eager to get into it, because I am hearing some pretty good things. I have no idea where I'm going. Right, so, if I go to my case book, oh yeah, that's what we got to go do. So we got to go inside and we got to try and get this going. Okay, so it should be this here. I think. Or was it this one? Well, it's not here. So the picture is a... It's not that. No. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do some stuff.
Home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Okay, so what's this? Female, fishtail, mysterious.
It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible. It must have been something else.
Dry, skeleton, rock, so...
Oh, of course. That mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
So who else was around? It wasn't Mycroft, was it? Female, so it was
It was
mother.
my mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
What was she holding in her hand? Was it a magnifying glass?
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us.
Right, so people, loud voices, workers.
The workers took the artifact and placed it into the Cabinet of Curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Okay, so that's opened up the last door in the manor.
Ah yes, my mother's studio. She was an authenticator and this was her Cabinet of Curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
Okay, so then what's this? It is cozy and a blanket.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world. Look, it's Roger. This jolly old
Jolly
man's
Roger,
well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
Right, okay. What about any of the stuff here? What's this? 1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire.
This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake. 1852, Bingley, West Yorkshire.
Okay. Right then, so, what about this?
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets. The full plate armour of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Right, okay.
Armour is armour, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
The full plate armour of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Okay. Now what about all the stuff here? What have we got? We got a notebook of some kind. Otto Richter's personal notes. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation that precipitated her mental illness. It is my belief that reliving that moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and effectively cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I'll be able to also examine the hereditary of psychological traits, be they competencies or disorders. It is already apparent that all family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of youngest boy Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of his imaginary friend, John. That confirms it. The Jungle Book. What's this now? My dear brother, I heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, I do not see Klaus. I left that name behind. Ooh, Klaus. Okay. And then we got this book here. The Tulpa.
The Tulpa. Studies in Tibetan Mentalism.
Okay, and then what about these?
An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Okay, and then we got the Diplomacy. A torn diploma found in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, on behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we, rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Dr. Otto Richter has undergone the test required by law and regulations, confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine with the rights to prerogatives so attached.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
Okay. Right, is there anything else in here that we kind of want to look at? That's been smashed. There's a letter here. We've got this.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting.
Okay.
Officer Luciano J. Placido.
Okay, what about these?
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Right then. Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my deepest gratitude to your recent help in that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths cross once again, you'll be greeted by a grateful friend. His Honour Judge McDougal.
Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Okay.
Carefully opened.
My Mr. Mycroft Holmes, the Cordona City Hall, writes to inform you that the trial of Dr. Otto Richter in the death of Mrs. Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honour Judge McDougal. Your application for this closed hearing has been granted. You are hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself at the Criminal Court of Cordona on the dates listed over leaf. Right then. What's in here?
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
I'm starting to remember something.
Okay.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and
Ooh.
forbade us from using real weapons.
So it seems that there was a hearing about the doctor that was treating our mother. What's this?
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
Right, what's this then? So I think we've examined everything in this room that needs to be. Well, there's the deer.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
Okay.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
Right.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
Okay, nice. Can we use our concentration now then to see if we can actually get anything? Right, so let's have a look at our casebook, shall we? Let's have a little look, because yeah, let's pin this evidence. And John asked if we could unlock Mycroft's drawer in the Cabinet of Curiosities, the subject of our years-long fascination. One morning when we were children, John tried to spy on Mycroft to find out what he kept. Okay, let's try that.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Okay, so we went to the hall. So we follow him. Okay then. So then we went upstairs. Okay, then he goes through here. Is it going to be somewhere on a bookshelf, maybe? A log, fire, crackle.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
Not 2 seconds, chat.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
Oh, sorry, chap. Right, so what if we have a look in the fireplace and we see a key?
I think this is what we're looking for.
And then what's this?
A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
Okay then, so we found the key for the drawer, so we're gonna have a little look in here. So this might give us a little bit more information regarding our mother. Right, let's have a little look. There we go. Lovely.
So what's there?
We've got a bottle of Royal Lochnagar.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favourite.
Okay.
Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Okay. Half a bottle of fine single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favourite drink. We found it locked in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet, among with a pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems that the whiskey was a gift from Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself. Okay then, so what's this? This has got Otto Richter on the front.
Otto Richter.
Can we open it?
This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Okay. Otto Richter is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland, unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner, graduated from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to the minor scandal on one of his placements. Parents died of cholera in 1863. Only remaining family is his half-brother Klaus, aged 35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter unknown. Last seen on Cordona. Okay then. And what's these? These are the
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
Okay then. So we've completed that. Okay, so what's here then? We've got an old ladder. Last shelf.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
Okay, so anything else in here? Here, large artifact
We've heard a
pour
noise.
view.
I can't recall of exactly what, and we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
Okay, loads of books here. Otto's books. Unstable
Books
position.
and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Okay then. So what have we got here? Okay, so here we've got was we messing with this? I don't think that's likely. I think that's more likely. Maybe. I don't know, because the ladder's not there. So I think that's the information we've got to consider. So we're going to keep the ladder there. We've got... That sounds likely. We're not going to be picking that up, are we? Let's be fair. That looks more likely.
You're not even trying, Sherry.
Oh no, wait.
Concentrate.
If the ladder's there... Oh, what? But what's over here then? How can we be using that stuff? I don't think it was that, because that would have been the stuff up on there. That seems more likely. This doesn't seem correct to me. Now, we had a ladder up there. We was inspecting that, which would have been up on there.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them.
Interesting. It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April the 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the Cabinet of Curiosities, and of course, I went with him. As a result, he became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother, and it had backfired. It called Otto a charlatan. Okay.
I heard a noise in the hall.
Yeah, let's go and
Let's
check
check
it out.
it out.
More guests, maybe.
Sherry, look. We've got a parcel here. Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Yeah, what's this? Right then. So, dear Mr. Holmes, I'm waiting for you at Kurt Mankios' mansion on Turquoise Lane across the Cordona Abbey in North Grand Surrey. Come at once. If inconvenient, come anyway. Yours always, your friend VV. P.S. I sent you the appropriate outfit for this place to avoid any unnecessary complications. I hope it fits.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Okay then. Right, so that seems like the way we need to be going. So, let's go to our wardrobe. We've clearly got something that's a little bit dubious. Oh, look at this. Look at this now. We wear glasses as well? No, we can't. Oh, Christ, look at it. Cool. So, it said it was in... Where did it say? It said in the north part of Grand Surrey. So, wasn't anywhere around here. It said Turquoise Lane, across from the Cordona Abbey in... Oh, so it's a cross. So, Turquoise Lane. Where are we? Where are we looking? The Great Abbey. Ooh, where's this now? Where are we looking? So the Great Abbey is... It's not there. Where are we looking here? Oh, here we go. Right, place this on the... Nope. There we go. Can we run that, or can we get there a little closer? Yeah, we might as well fast travel. I know it's only a little bit, but... Okay then, so we've actually found quite a lot of information regarding our mother here. So I do think this is the last case, which I have to admit, like as much as I've not really delve into the game as much as I probably would have done. It's not been overly great, in my honest opinion. It's okay. I like the idea of what they've done with it, but I think it's kind of missed its mark in my opinion. I think this is probably my least favourite of all of these. Right, so is it here we gotta go? Yes. Right, everyone's dressed up in saucy gear.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I know you have. Yeah, I know you've been saying this since day one. It's the thing is, I was giving it a chance because
Enjoy the evening, sir.
I like
there is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
I like the idea of okay, I changed my mind. This is game of the year. No, but seriously,
What if I write an article
I
about
feel
these
like
people here?
I love
Can
the
you help me
idea.
gather information about Cordona's elite?
I like the idea that you have like base case or like standard cases, secondary. Lots of game of the year if but is enough. Yeah, absolutely. I like the idea that you have secondary cases, primary cases, and then the big case, which is regarding your mother, where I don't think the secondary cases will give you information regarding the main case because I think it's just that's just too much. But the primary cases giving information regarding your mother, I like that idea, but again, I don't think they've really hit the mark.
My goodness,
Fucking hell,
Sherlock.
mate.
They made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine.
Right.
What was it, I guess?
See if we can get any.
Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
Oh, you're gonna play The Last of Us next. Nice. Or do we go upstairs? No, we don't. Right, so weak performer.
I should write to my friend about the handsome men here. He'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Let me see that stallion up close.
Well, what about you? What do you have to say for yourself? Or these stairs over here? No. Okay.
Sherlock, friend. I wasn't sure you'd come.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, and something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
I'd be pointless.
My mind already operates at a far higher level than most. I struggle to believe anything could improve it. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next? Visit the victims? Ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I won't need it. Yeah, we won't need it.
I am perfectly capable of coping with myself without medical assistance.
Then I shall press you on it no further. But please do not refuse my gift. Take it with you as a souvenir of this special night.
Souvenir of what, exactly? But, all right, if only to put the matter to bed.
And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
Okay. So we've got a key to the altar room. It's not here, is it? It is here. Is it a sacrifice? It is a sacrifice. Okay.
My God. Was he here this whole time?
Wow, then. So is it going to be a case now where no one leaves until we figure out who the actual killer was? Okay, so let's have a look at this. Right, we've got... Let's concentrate on this. We've got a tattoo covers a
This
mark.
crude tattoo partially covers a slave branding.
Okay, so what's this? What kind of dagger is this?
This golden handle has a bloodstain on it.
So it's been used multiple times.
The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
Right, face.
A blunt-force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
Okay. Nothing to do with his feet, nothing on his grippers.
The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
So he was alive when this happened. So he was in pain, of course.
The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart. He died right here.
Okay. What is the meaning
Werner,
of
care to
this?
explain what is going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips and drifts. But I'm glad I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Then pull yourself together, Werner.
Who is Mr. Manchios?
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
How did you find the body?
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Huh, who knows?
He's sassy.
I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were...
Filling time?
Waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Okay. Did you know the victim?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
Okay, so... was the room open?
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later, only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
Okay, tell me about the ritual.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil. Not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar. She represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
So do the police not know anything then?
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Okay, you are correct. Right, so what about these things on the wall?
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Okay, what about this one?
This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
So the Earth is in... So the Earth is in the middle of Mars and Venus. Right here, nothing there. There's a door back here which we can maybe go into. Okay, let's have a look at here. There's some cufflinks.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Manchos.
Oh, there's a key.
The key
F.
is similar to the one that Vogel gave me.
F.
The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Maybe.
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
Right. Okay, so what about on this here? We've got.
This is a different ritual.
I found a scenario of some sort of ritual with the remark written in the beginning. At the beginning it says, read and rehearse this rite, Manchios. The naked woman lies on the altar on the bed of flowers, symbolising Mother Gaia, the one who leads the ritual oils the body of the woman to awaken her inner fertility. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia. Then the man who will impersonate the principle of life may come to engage in sexual congress with her. Okay. What about this? Don't ignore the guests, Matista, and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your stupidities. They want to feel how beautiful they are and how generous you can be towards them. You are here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you. Manchios.
How can anyone accept such behaviour?
Okay.
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
Right, okay. So what about over here? What's this stuff? What we got? We got...
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
Can we see what the puddles are?
Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain. Let's concentrate on this. So something is missing by the looks of things. Nope, wrong thing. Wet handprints. Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
Yeah, so something's missing there. Okay.
Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set.
Is there anything else in this room that we're missing? We've got a door over here we can maybe look through. Yes. What's this now? We got some cigars here.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
It's still lit. We've got a paddle.
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
So we got a paddle on the floor there. We've got
blood. A sturdy bottle met a not so sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
okay. And what's this? Blood.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
Okay then, so we've got smoke coming here, so that means it was obviously very, very recent. The cigar just burned down very slowly. Okay then, okay, let's have a look at our casebook and see if we can actually put something here. Asked me look for information that might use to write an article exposing the local elite. Pin evidence. A handprint. Smeared blood.
A bloody handprint on an armchair.
Now here we got a dozen drops of blood.
The wounded person was here for some time.
So maybe... Maybe a woman who was going to be part of the ritual, instead of her dying, instead of her getting stabbed, someone else. Hey, Hooded. She stabbed the person who was supposed to be doing the... What, so this is blocked off over here. And we've got this stuff over here we didn't have a look at, did
This
we?
oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive.
Okay, that might
The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
Okay, what about this?
This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger.
And then here.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony.
Alright, there's symbols on the floor there. Okay, is there anything else here? Yeah, how you doing, Hooded? You doing well, mate? Okay, there's a bloody handprint here.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
Okay. Okay, so maybe... John, what are you doing, mate?
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
Okay. What's that? Nothing. Okay. Flat earther. Okay. What about you? You seem of something of importance if you're sat.
I need a rest from my insatiable wife.
Okay.
Excuse me, just one question.
Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about this.
Okay, so there's nothing else here.
My husband thinks I am playing bridge here. My husband thinks I am playing bridge here.
Okay, what about...
I need a rest from my insatiable wife.
See if there's anything. John asked me to find an interesting scoop on a local elite.
I guarantee we'll have a good time.
Okay.
Are you able to help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
So one of these people in here...
I'm so excited about the event.
Is it you?
Oh, I heard the finale will be splendid.
Is this familiar to you?
Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about this.
Okay, so what if the... What about these? These are...
know what was here before Mancho's family bought it.
Okay, so what have we got here? Expensive wine? No. Magic circle? Yes. Ancestral home? I'll say no. Auction? No. Mysterious disappearance? There we go. First time. Before Manchios' family, the mansion was owned by the occultist architect. He dedicated his life to conducting a powerful ritual from the Forgotten Tome, and the ordinary magic circles proved too weak for it. It was why he built this mansion. A keen eye might notice that its shapes correspond with certain magical symbols, and some walls have cavities. One day the architect simply disappeared. An ash stain on the floor was all that remained. Perhaps it was successful in his endeavour.
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. Curtains do not guarantee privacy.
And you still need a crack, despite being ethereal. May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Okay.
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Right, okay.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
We talk to you.
Let me know if you need anything, sir.
Okay. We can go through here. What's through here? What about through here?
Nanchio's had to enforce the masks after the...
Uncover the identities disclosure scandal. Uninvited priest. Offended Duchess. No. Lost bet. No. Someone was sick. No. Political. Too ugly without a mask. No. Too poor to attend.
Nanchio's had to enforce...
Okay. No. Offended Duchess. No. Too ugly without a mask. No. Fired after incidents. Lost bets. No. Political crisis. Cheating groom. There we go. Just. Only just. People described a scandal from the previous party. Vice Governor Cowden was found by his wife to be a Prussian duchess in the company of a young man. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the emotions of the Duchess were real. The incident instigated a political crisis between Cordona and Prussia. Although there were only a few notes of protest, the governor fired his protege.
I'll pin them down, this scoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
Cool.
Honey, you feeling lonely? I'll be your friend.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Don, will you get down? Right, so let's look at our casebook, shall we? You found some your blood drops and a handprint on the door frame. Someone used a pitcher of water recently. The water drain has traces of washed blood. Okay. So is there going to be anything on the floor someone's going to be wearing? Oh, what's in here?
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to date with the current trends.
Okay. I'm hearing a lot of grunting and groaning there. What's in here? Book's this?
Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
Okay.
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones.
Right, so... there's nothing to look at the body. We know that. Now, is there anything around here that we've just missed? Doesn't appear so. Okay, so...
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
Right, we've got the water on the floor. The handprint is going this way. Is there anything on the door on the way out? There's nothing on the door handles as we're going out into the main hall. Now, it would appear that people might not be able to go this way. These people aren't here anymore. Okay, so there's nothing along this side here. Can't go through here, can we? No. Okay, so
Enjoy the event, sir.
this is the cloakroom for all the stuff there. We can't actually. Can we get in? No, we can't. Right then, so can I talk to you about this?
Enjoy the event, sir.
Okay, so let's have a little look to see what else on the case book. I think there's some more information lying around somewhere that we've just not been able to look at, but we haven't looked at yet. So let's go back into this area here. There we go.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Right, that was the last
Perhaps,
bit.
perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Okay. Right. Let's just get my energy drink on the go. Sorry, that was very loud. I do apologise. Oh, so good. The bump to the head, he's got a bump to the head, so I think that's more likely. Right, let's run it through here. Person is... It'll be the person we don't know. They're going to be washing their hands. Yes. Oh. No, so he's been bumped on the head. Then he was... Okay. So check. I really want a nose today. Knowable. Hate having a runny nose. It's one of the perks of winter, isn't it? Right then, so what he was bumped on the head. He was then as if you're like that only in winter. I know. That's true actually. I do struggle with it, don't I? So then you've got that. And then there's another one that we gotta kind of look at, which is key was in the door. The person's put the key in the door and locked the door and put the key in the door so it can't be disturbed.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Or was it your boy? Was it your boy? Wait. Was there a woman here? Was there a woman here? Tried to get out because she didn't want to be killed due to... because they kill her. So she ran in, bumped him on the head, dragged him off to the altar.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so... what's this one? It's not your man who's put that in there. I don't think it's this. He locked the door.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Now, the bottles definitely. We definitely know the bottle is there like that. So, because we've had the blunt bottle on the floor, it's hit him on the head, he's had a blunt force trauma, he's been dragged by the person to the altar. He would have been alive.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I think the key's left in the door. Yeah, I think that might... yeah.
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here. I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed. I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Right then. So we've got to go to our mind palace now. We've got to try and come up with some ideas. Sacrificial lamb. Fabio died on the altar. No. Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. Fabio was sacrificed on the altar during the the occult ritual. Right, so let's go back to clues. Fabio was assaulted in their room. Fabio's key remains untouched. Murderer killed their self. The murderer had a key to the altar room. The murderer was in possession of a key to the altar room and locked the door. Circumstances of Fabio's death. Fabio has a golden ritual dagger in his chest, a sigil on his stomach, and the symbols of the walls written in blood. Let's go to our casebook. We're going to try and find out. It is clear the murderer had a key. If I find out who had a key to the altar room, it will shrink the circle of suspects. Pin this down. Oh.
Let me see what I can do about all this.
Wait, so does that mean we can actually go to the Mine Palace, go to this, go to deductions? Oh, actually. Yes. Who had a key?
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Sure thing. Okay, so mask with golden stars. That looks like
Kurt Manchios, I presume. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man. Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish, Mr. Manchios. Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What? Lower your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
Who had access to the altar?
I need to find all those who had the key to the altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Also, Matista and Santos.
Santos? Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
Yeah, we're going to find Santos and Batista.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Ooh, what's this now?
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
Oh no. Oh no. What? Hold on, even better. Fucking idiot.
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. You're great.
I did tell you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing fleas like you. Thank God we have Vogel in his letter.
Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes? Are you the youngest son of Violet Holmes, rest her soul?
You knew my mother?
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight. Are you listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table. Find the murderer. Be a real copper. Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's make a start then, partner.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad we managed to get the scoop before the raid.
Okay then, so what's this? What we got? We got a letter, and it says, I, Santos Pinchetti, am a witness who reports a suspicion of murder at Manchios Mansion at Grand Surrey. During preparation for the social party, I heard loud noises from the closed altar room. Immediately, I thought of a sacrifice of a living being, overviewed by none other than Kurt Manchios. There was blood on the walls, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my findings. Sounds suspicious. The station responded to the disposition by sending a patrol, while the witness left the station and left home. Okay. Following a report from a witness of the satanic ritual who claimed to have found a body, the raid of the Manchios mansion was granted. It resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects and dispersal of the group in masks and robes caught in acts of gross indecency and unnatural behaviour. The body of a victim was found lying on an altar with a knife wound in his chest. The officers identified the victim, Fabio, 20, a local performer and artist. Arrested suspect V. Vogel has a letter of had a letter of insulting nature in his possession which had been written by the victim. He claims to have found the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. S. Holmes carried a murder weapon, a dagger with the victim's blood and other items of evidence. He was invited by another suspect, V. Vogel, presumably to obstruct the official investigation. K. Manchios, the owner of the mansion and organiser of the satanic party, paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Matista, Fabio's partner and participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest, owned a book with a description of the ritual performed in the altar room. Some of the guests are temporarily detained for further questioning. Okay. Then we got the keys, we got a book, we got the Cordona Police. The provider of this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence on case number 62-60. And what else do we have? There we go, number 5.
Back on track to solve the case.
There we go, lovely. What's going on over here then? Mind Palace. Right, let's go to our Mind Palace. Vogel is held because of a letter. Fabio was assaulted in a nearby room. As a major domo, Santos Pinchetti has unlimited access to every room in the mansion. he informed the police. Pinchetti is a suspect who should be arrested and questioned. He had a key to which he did not mention in his disposition. Okay, so yeah, he didn't incriminate himself. Let's go back to clues. The murder cleaned theirself. The Vogel is held because of a letter. He also had a book on him regarding, or was that? Yeah, what was that? Matista. I don't know yet. I don't think that any of this will... Well, some of it must go together at some point, but I can't really link it as of yet. Right, we're going to go and...
Look, I found Werner.
We can go in here. What's this? Nothing of interest. Okay. Right, so we've got to go to number 5. We've got a bunch of...
Don't look at them. They'll serve us if necessary.
Okay. We've got to go to cell number 5. That's cell number 3. This is cell number 5. Okay.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the Boers again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy after all.
I need to examine you first.
Okay, let's observe you. Let's see what you've got going on. You've got a fucking huge schnoz on you. Where's makeup? Okay, fucking big receding hairline like a tennis ball. Rash from exposure to hair dye. You've got... what else you got? Washed hands in a hurry. What about your shoes? Lavishly expensive. Okay then. So Kurt Manchios is extremely rich, eccentric and frivolous. He is the organizer of the parties of the Cordona's elite and the owner of the Manchios mansion. He spends his life in the company of similarly overly privileged people. However, Mr. Manchios wishes to hide his true age from these younger participants for his parties. He is concerned with aging to the point where he uses makeup and hair dye to look younger. Strickler for cleanliness. Kurt Manchios is extremely rich, eccentric and frivolous. He is an organizer of the parties of the Cordona's elite and the owner of the Manchios mansion. He spends his life in the company of similarly overly privileged people. However, his being sociable in this manner has made him cautious regarding his health. He uses chemicals and hair dye to clean and improve himself to the extent that it damages his skin. I don't think that's true. I think he's hiding his age. I think if you are hiding in that sort of situation, you're trying to not cling on to your youth, but he's trying to seem more attractive than he is. And being older, it's like, in the nastiest, not in the nastiest way possible, but the unnastiest way possible, no one wants to go to a gangbang where it's been hosted by a very, very old man. As sus as that sounds. No one wants that. No one wants that, do they? So, I think we're going to go for he hides his age.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who
that's what we
cares for his
thought.
body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
Okay. I'd like to know more about the event.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Okay, whom did you invite?
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true labourers, I see.
Why did you invite Vogel?
Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Okay, what was Fabio like?
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Okay, so let's provide some evidence to your boy.
That's not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else.
Vogel was under arrest for one of the 5 and 6.
I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone
I don't think
else.
there's anything here.
I've no idea about that.
Yeah.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
Right.
I've no idea about that.
I don't think there's really much to go on here, is there?
I've no idea about that. I've no idea about that.
Yeah, there's literally nothing here. Hello, Keeps. How you doing, buddy?
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police.
That sounds correct. Hello, love. What can we do for you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Condolences.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
Right, let's observe her. So let's see if we've got any blood on our hands, shall we? Right, so you got your makeup there. Looking a bit rough around the eyes. You got a bruise on your neck. Obtained recently. You've got a tattoo on your primitive occult tattoo. You've got nervous. Maybe blood under your fingernails. You've got... Are they fresh? Oh, you've got self-inflicted old and healing cuts. You've got a mark on your arm, the same as the victim. And you've got what looks like... It looks like the shackle. Old and barely visible shackle scars. Yes. Okay then, so give Bella a treat. She's not actually here at the moment, but that would be a grand idea. I will bring her in at the end of the stream so she can have a treat. So, Matista, a performer and Fabio's partner, has had a difficult life. She was branded and enslaved. While still a child, while enslaved, she met Fabio, hence their similar branding. Old scars are the result of her slavery during adolescence. She continues to be haunted by these traumatic experiences. She has a genuine interest in mysticism since she has tattooed her body with occult symbols. Matista tries to get over her past, and the life of a performer seems to be the opportunity for her to earn money. Or disassociated from her body. Matista, the performer and Fabio's partner, has a difficult life. She was branded and enslaved while still a child. Whilst enslaved, she met Fabio, hence the similar branding. Old scars are a result of her slavery during adolescence. She continues to be haunted by these traumatic experiences. Matista seems to be pragmatic about her body after years of abuse. She sells herself to the guests who do whatever they want to her. She's not afraid to step over the line. Also, Matista marks her body with ink. Ooh! So, if she is a... What do we think here? Is she disassociated from her body? Or punishes herself for her past? Now, I don't think the past thing, because it's not really something that she can control, is it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think you are right there, mate. I do think it's disassociated from her body. Yes. I think that is more... Yeah.
You have both old and new scars. Some from the time when you were a slave with Fabio. Other scars have a different origin. The guests pay good money to torment you?
I am skilled in giving pleasure, but I don't participate in such practices.
I thought your body was...
For sale? It's true. Many unwanted things were done to my body. And the pain helped me to discover...
Occult deities? Yes, the tattoo speaks loudly of it.
Yes. Your gods abandoned me, and the ones I favor now are more protected.
Hey, Timmy D, how you doing, mate? You good?
Something happened.
Thank you very much for the T1
One
sub.
night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Cordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
Okay, where did you get those bruises
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes.
Okay then, so we spoke to your boy, we spoke to her.
Do you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Okay, is there anyone else in here that we can talk to? There's no one in there, no one in there. That's out there, there's that here.
This area is restricted.
Okie dokie, goes downstairs somewhere? Okay. What about all the way over here?
Werner, are you alright?
Oh, yes, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I wouldn't lie.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner.
No.
I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Provide evidence. Right, so, I'm glad you're doing well, mate. I'm glad you're doing well. I think this is the last stream of Sherlock Holmes. Each case we've done, which we've only done a few of them, because there's like loads of smaller side cases which don't have any relevance to the big main cases of what's happened to our mother. We're not going to really be messing with those because it would take us quite a while. And generously, one of the viewers, Sheepy, did donate Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 to me, like during the week, and I'm quite eager to play that. So yeah, we'll kind of be blasting through this and then having another long playthrough. So hopefully the PC can run it. If it can't run it, I'm gonna do some testing tomorrow if I can, and then if not, I'm gonna have to get my second PC running and just kind of mess around with it during tomorrow, and then we'll maybe pick it up on Saturday. I'll see. I'll let people know on the Discord. So Batista was a former slave. Do you know anything about this?
I can't follow you here.
No, you don't.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
You don't know anything about this? He wants to express his gratitude.
I don't think I can tell you anything
And you
about
don't know
this.
anything about her, do you?
I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
No. No. No, nothing here. I don't think there's anything here we can actually...
I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
No, we don't know anything. He doesn't know anything about any of this, does he?
I don't
No.
think I can tell you anything about this.
I mean, I'm just going to go through them all. It's going to be a bit
I
annoying.
can't follow you here. I can't follow you here.
Nah.
I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
Yeah.
I can't follow you here.
I have learned
There we
who
go.
told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti,
Do I know him?
the major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
I'm not sure if it carries on from the first game. I'm not too sure either. I've kind of avoided all spoilers regarding the game. I don't want to know anything about it in terms of... I mean, I was told yesterday that... is anyone in there? I can't seem to see. No. I was told yesterday that the storyline is like... Whatever. That's it. They've done it. Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good. And I think the combat is very similar to the first one. I heard it was a little bit more simplified. What? Right, so let's have a look at this now. So it makes them perfect suspect. I should tell Constable to... Okay, pin that. So in the archives, provide evidence. Right, so we're gonna say...
I've nothing to say about this.
Where is it?
You'd better ask me a question I know how to answer.
Yes, this.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all
My
the
breath
rooms,
could knock him
including
down.
the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
Okay.
They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
Well, maybe he can't resist if you say he's built like a matchstick. And he's in number 7. It's number 1, 3, 4, 5. Here we go.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet
Ooh.
you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
Okay, cool. Cool. Right, let's have a little observation of him. Right, so your collar, you've got psoriasis or allergy. Bad hairline. Coloured more than once. Dyed texture. Repaired multiple times. Your hands. Let's have a look at your hands. You've got no wedding ring there, so you're not actually engaged or married of some kind. Let's have a look at your shoes. Your shoes, they look stepped in blood. Okay. Santos Pinchetti is the head servant at the Manchios mansion. Despite being employed at the highest position within the household, he appears to be poor. Despite having enough money, Mr. Pinchetti spends as little of it as possible. Cheap makeup hides imperfections on his body. In an attempt to look more modern, Mr. Pinchetti has dyed his suit on several occasions to save even more money. The majordomo appears to have personally repaired multiple holes in his suit, and he does have financial difficulties. So Santos Pinchetti is the head servant at the Manchios mansion. Despite being employed at the highest position in the household, he appears to be poor. His body shows symptoms of psoriasis. Mr. Pinchetti hides his damaged skin under layers of makeup. The majordomo's suit has multiple holes that has been patched or sewn. To renovate the suit's look, Mr. Pinchetti has dyed it. I think he's got financial difficulties. That sounds more like it. I mean, he's got psoriasis or allergies. He tries to repair what he can. Being in the being in the profession that he's in, he needs to try and have look as tidy as he can on the smallest budget. Also, it could be a thing where he is constantly in the company of high officials, which he's obviously jealous of, where they're having sex and drinking and stuff like that, and it could be like a level of jealousy where he can't basically get naked in front of people because he's obviously shy about his psoriasis, his skin condition. That could be the case. And also, the money they have, obviously, he's trying to make him look better. So he's trying to make sure his clothes are looking nice, but he just doesn't have the finances or skill to be able to do it. So I think the financial difficulties is more likely.
You are the major domo of a rich mansion, and you seem barely able to afford decent clothing. You hide under heavy makeup a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
Do not have a lot of means. The pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
One can change his employer, that is true.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps from a guest?
Did you know the victim?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always, Fabio-centric?
And Matista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
Okay, so let's have a look at your stuff here. So you've got the keys, which is the keys for the whole area.
I recognise the key from the altar room among these.
Then what we got here, so we've got a small note attached to the will says, Santos, my hopeful slug, you begged me to include you in my will, so I did. Here's my latest revision of the will. Kurt, the text of the will under the note. Santos Pinchetti, the major domo of the Manchios mansion, receives a jar of mustache wax and a salt lamp that he might always remember his caring employer, Kurt Manchios. Now, that could be a thing where it's like, really? You want me to include you in the will? Right, we're going to give you some fucking mustache wax and a salt lamp, which, if I was to... This motherfucker doesn't have a mustache. I don't think. Does he have a mustache? Does this guy have a mustache? I can't really tell. No, he doesn't have a mustache, so it's kind of like a... Bro, what the fuck? Like, so it's... Okay, so let's leave you
Thank you for your...
Let's leave that for the moment. Right, have we got anything? No, there's nothing in here. Afraid to be judged. So that's a thing where he's being judged for his bad clothing. So...
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one. Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love. Cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents. He's imprisoned me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers. While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Ooh, okay, so let us go to. Let's just go back to. Let's go back to your boy and see if we can get a little bit more information on this.
I've no idea about that.
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
There we go.
Where did you get it? Is the slug here? Tell him I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck. He conceives himself as my only heir.
And who is he to you?
He's a leech on my aging body.
Thank you very much, Timmy
Who's
D.
only added
Thank you very
problems
much for
to my life
the
since the death
5
of
gifted
his
subs
mother.
there. Thank you very much, buddy. Love you very much.
Domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him.
Oh, Christ. Cheers, Tim. That is very, very much appreciated. Only if you're sure, though. Only if you're sure. He's a good egg, isn't he? He's a very good egg. Right then, so what are we doing now? What are we doing now? We're going to talk to... Let's go and talk to Matista. Let's go and talk to her and see what...
I know I can handle the news.
Okay, so there's nothing to talk to her about. Right then, so, let's go to our Mind Palace and see if we can come up with some information here. So, there's got a lot of deductions here. You're an a-hole. No, but you are a... I was going to say you are a good a-hole. Not what I meant. Not what I meant. No, you are. You're a good egg, mate, and I do appreciate it. So... circumstances of Fabio's death and blood on Pinchetti's shoe. That doesn't go together. Matista fresh bruises. Manchios had feelings for Fabio. No, they don't go together. Would you say he's a good a-hole that makes good eggs? No, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Vogel is held because of a letter. Kurt Manchios is scrupulously clean. They don't go together. I do, Tim. You are very correct. Pinchetti's the major domo. Blood on Pinchetti's shoe. No, but I do think this has got to go somewhere here. Pinchetti's shoe. Actually, no, hold on. The murder cleaned thyself. So, Manchios washed himself after the murder. Cleaned himself after the murder. So there's that. Let's look at the other ones. Manchios has a washing routine. So we can say it's either he washed himself for debauchery or he killed someone. So we are going to say for the moment that he washed himself, set himself up for debauchery. Vogel held the letter. Manchios had feelings for Fabio. That doesn't go there. Fabio was assaulted in a nearby room. Is he capable of love? Have you seen how I am with the dog? Pinchetti informed the police. That don't go together. Blood on Pinchetti's shoe. Batista has fresh bruises and activity at the party. Bring these together. Yeah, again. Thank you very much, Tim. Oh, what's this? Oh, I got chill girl emote. Cool. Thank you. So, all-time record shattered. Lovely. Thank you. Batista suffered bruises for her body for brutal interactions with the guests during the party. Okay, let's have a look. Another look. Right, we got... blood on Pinchetti's shoe and Fabio was assaulted in a nearby room. No. No. Okay, so it says Pinchetti accidentally stepped in blood. Santos Pinchetti has stepped in the blood while discovering the crime scene. That's more to do with peanut butter, to be honest. Fuck. Outed. I've been outed. You motherfucker. Right. Right then, so, circumstances of this. Pinchetti's the major domo with unlimited access. Fabio was assaulted in a nearby room. Those go together, don't they? So, Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. The ritual was a cover. So if we say this, the ritual was a cover. Manchios had feelings for Fabio. Bring these together, so it was the shoe. Pinchetti missed the blood spatter. Santos Pinchetti failed to notice a blood stain on the side of the shoe which cleaned himself after the murder. So if we said this, we've then got Vogel is held because of a letter. Vogel had been detained because of Fabio's letter found in his pocket. That don't go together, we know that. That don't go together. Batista had fresh bruises. Now, what do we think about the fresh bruises here? So, Batista, it could be saying that she was assaulted because she got into the kerfuffle, was bruised by guests. Fabio bruised during their fight in the smoking lounge. Fabio bruised Batista. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. Vogel is held because of the letter. Kurt Manchios had feelings for Fabio. Pinchetti is the major domo. Those go together. Santos Pinchetti's efforts in vain. Pinchetti has been forced to work with Kurt Manchios in a desperate hope to obtain heritage, but it hasn't paid off. Then we got these three here. So we got Vogel is being held. Those don't go together. Those don't go together. And those don't go together. So there's some more information we need to try and find here. So if we go to our casebook, this all evidence. So we've got to try and find some evidence now. So we've got to go to the evidence room.
This area is restricted.
We don't go through there. Let's go to the evidence room, which archive inspectors. It's not through. Oh. This is a. Did we? This is definitely an eavesdrop, isn't it?
Did you hear Basilio?
Okay. Press scandal? No. Under my mattress? No. Armored Capello Company. Vendetta? No. Wife is devastated. So Armored Capello. Okay, so let's listen to the whole thing first.
Did you hear Basilio Capello is in jail? A dead body was found in his showroom.
Okay. Okay, so wife is devastated. No. Vendetta? No. Claims innocence? Yes. Under mattress? No. Scandal? No. Dead in the safe? Ooh, okay. Fancy about talking about this sort of stuff in the police station? Are you not?
Did you hear Basilio Capello?
Okay. No. Vendetta? Under my mattress? No. Yes. Wife is devastated? No. Press scandal? Oh, nope. Dead in the safe? Yes. Claims innocence? No. Oh, okay. These are a little bit tough sometimes. I feel like you don't get enough time. I don't feel you get enough time to do these. Press scandal? No. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. There we go. My curiosity has been piqued by talk of Basilio Capello. The owner of the famous armoured Capello Home Security Company has been arrested. His situation is quite peculiar. A man named Niccolo Detti has been found dead inside a safe in a safe in Bastilio's store. Bastilio claims innocence, but the evidence is against him. He's been held in the haunted cells at the police station.
In the police?
No,
Let's
okay.
pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around and look confused.
Can't go in there. Evidence room. Let's talk to you.
Okay, your ticket, please, if you want me to help you.
Provide evidence. Right, so it's Where is it? No. There we go.
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
Ooh.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second, I'll bring it to the table.
Thank you very much, sir. Right then, let's see what we've got here. Okay, we've got 3 sets of evidence here. We've got Werner Vogel, we've got Kurt Manchios, and we've got Matista. Right, so let's look at Werner Vogel first. So what have you got here?
An emergency kit for boredom.
Yep, okay. We've got a thing here. Sorry, 2 seconds, chat. Oh. So, the letter was found in Vogel's evidence box. Is your mind unsound? You can't control your bitterness, not around me anyway. For me, it's too great a risk to ignore that kind of behaviour. I can't speak and play with anyone. I choose. I'm not another Matista. You pay me, and you haven't bought me. Of course, I'll keep all your generous donations, even though they hardly compensate for your last terrible outburst. I'm leaving you, although Matista will be around. Matista will still be around. Have I looked at the game that you and Keep spoke about? What game is that? I don't know. I don't recall.
Not the time for privacy.
What's this then? What's in here?
Werner's personal sketchbook.
Okay, Werner's personal sketchbook. Nothing's in there. Okay, so what about in here? We got a ring, and this is for...
It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone.
Animentia. I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Hold on. I don't know what that is. I'll have a quick goosey gander. Recommendations. Oh, I've not actually looked at that. No. Apologies. Ooh. I'll have a look at that later on. Definitely have a look at that later on. Yeah, I'm not really, yeah, I know. Mate, I've been on nights. Man. Give me a break. Even though this was a little while ago, but I've been on nights. Give me a break. Right.
It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone.
Okay, so we got that. We got the keys to the whole place, which is obvious.
All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring. A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
Okay. So then we've done all that here.
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings.
Okay. So is it a spooky game? Because if it's a spooky game, it could be a because I know, like, I was thinking about this last night. We've done spooky season 4 months ago, and it feels like it was like literally like 2 weeks ago. Like it's gone quick. So I'm starting to think about what I'm going to be doing for 2025 spooky season. But then I also don't want to just do scary games just for that month. I do want to do the odd scary game here and there in other times. So I could look at that, but also I think horror games are very, very nice when it's like the winter months, because if you do it in the summer months and you're trying to do it whilst it's still light outside, it doesn't have the same atmosphere, does it? Like you don't have that cold, like being wrapped up sort of feeling where you're like, shit, like, am I safe or what? You know, it's one of those things. It's a bit weird. It's all like psychological. So we got some keys here.
Her key to the altar room.
Her key to the altar room. The power of love, blood, and mandrake.
That's not for bedtime.
Turn
reading.
your lights off then. No, it's not that. But you got a window. There's a window right there. Like it's one of those.
That's not for bedtime reading. This ex libris belongs to Manchios Library.
The police found this occult book in Batista's bag during the arrest. According to the ex libris, the tomb was taken by from Mr. Manchios's collection. It contains illustrations and descriptions of a ritual similar to the crime scene. Prepare the naked body of a recently deceased object of interest. Draw symbols of Mars and Venus to enhance the power you possess. To use the force of male and female nature. Pierce his heart with a golden dagger to rid of the blood that does not love you. Draw a symbol representing your love. While waiting for the resurrection, recite the charm.
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room. Thank you, officer.
It's just excuses. It's not excuses. I'm more than happy to play a horror game, but in the horror, playing a horror game, you have to be playing it at night. You can't play a horror game in the day because it's just pointless. If you're playing something that's more atmospheric, it does kind of help it being at night, but a horror game where it's like jumpy and one of those. I mean, I was looking at Fear as well because that's just gone on sale, but I did know I already had that on in my Steam list. And I was thinking about playing the Fear games at some point because I know they are quite jumpy. So I wouldn't mind having to go that. Right, let's have a look. We got a little bit more. Batista's book describes the love ritual of stabbing someone. The angry letter. In this letter mentions numerous gifts that he kept as the price for his nerves. The power of love. No. So we've got the letter may have been for Manchios, according to Santos Pinchetti, and by the content of this letter, it may have been addressed to Kurt Manchios. Could be worse if you're sweating your butt off because of the heat and the fear. That's true. That's true. I want a new chair. Now, this is okay. This is the thing. I've got this now as I've got older. I've got this whole thing where people talk about gaming like, oh, it's a gaming this, it's a gaming that, or whatever. Like, apologies for those who have them. A gaming laptop. Some gaming laptops, yes, they're good, but they're just not. They're not adequate, really. They're not. Like, they're too. For what you need them to do for games that you're playing and you want to play like on high graphics, if you're playing on shit graphics or playing an older game, fair enough, but if you're playing like brand new games, they're not this, it's not right. But anyway, this is considered a gaming chair, which it's obviously it's leather. It's got one of those, where was it? One of those shitty neck things on the back, which doesn't do anything. I've got the backrest, which goes in between like the arch of your back. Then it's not great. It's not great. I was talking to Buzz like ages ago about them, and he goes, if you're gonna have a chair where you want to sit there and play a game for hours and hours, get something that's actually designed for that, not a gimmick, which a gaming chair is more of a gimmick. It's supposed to just look cool. It's supposed to look nice, as almost if you was in a racing seat. Extremely stuffed armchairs, yes, but an office chair, that is the point. Get an office chair, one of those really, really nice ergonomic ones where you literally, you sit down and it supports everywhere. Because the thing is with these, it's creaky. It gets very hot in the summer. It gets very cold in the winter where you sit down. In the winter, you could have the heating on, but you still really can't wear shorts in the summer, or in the winter, sorry, because the chair is freezing. Herman Miller chairs are meant to be brilliant. Well, I was thinking about getting a new chair relatively soon, but I don't know when. I was thinking maybe in the next couple of months, but a proper one, like a proper nice one, where I can literally just sit back. I could, because the thing is, when I'm gaming as well, I don't just sit here and game like I am now. Sometimes I sit back with my feet on my desk, lying back with a controller, and you just want something nice. Yeah, they're not great, are they? And they offer no support. The sponginess, there's no real sponginess to it. I've got to rely on my own fat to be comfortable. That's why I'm fat, to be comfortable. So the letter may be made for you. So we've got some more here. So we've got the power of love. Herman Miller are expensive. They better be with those prices. Yeah, I know. Like some are ridiculous. Like I was looking at a better desk as well, and some desks are stupidly expensive. I was thinking about getting one of those like L-shaped ones where like I've got the wall here where I've got the door, and I was thinking about having like a desk here that kind of comes round so I can kind of have some stuff here like if I need to, and I was thinking about doing that, but again, so fucking expensive, so fucking ridiculously expensive. So I'll have to think about it. And to be fair, at the moment I've got like IKEA, so I've got like a big desk table thing. It's just a big plank of wood from IKEA, and then you have the two desks, and you just basically put it on top. And I don't use the drawers at all. If anything, I've emptied these drawers out and put whatever I want in, but these ones here are full of shit, and I just need to empty it out. I just need to do it. So I'm going to have to create a plan, so to speak. So the Power of Love describes the book of... That don't go to there, does it? Well, let's go to our case book first. Case book. We've got some information here, so we need to talk to... The letter found in Vogel's pocket may have been addressed to Kurt Manchios. Santos mentioned gifting is strangely expensive, but in... Okay, so let's put in this and then go talk to... Let's go talk to your boy. Provide evidence.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Your protege wanted a fresh start, it seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio. Werner was a little high.
Gaming desks are decent prices. Again, a gaming desk? What constitutes it being a gaming desk? Now, I can understand it being one of those ones where you have a plug at the bottom of the desk, so then you can have plugs on the desk, so it all comes through the one lead instead of like, so it's better for cable management. I understand that, but what? Mostly the plugs, yeah. So that's what I mean. And carbon fiber. No, does it have a spoiler and everything? Carbon fiber. Listen to yourself. As a non-streamer gamer, they're a lot more expensive than just the PC. As in... Ellie, what? It's the black desks. Oh, it's black. Oh, because it's black, it's gaming. It's a gaming desk because it's black. Wait. Don't clip that. That came out wrong. No. No. You know what I mean? Well, what constitutes it being a gaming desk? Oh, right, the mics, the camera. Yeah, I get you. Right, so letter from Fabio. We've done this. Right, so we're going to talk to her about this. Can we talk to you about this?
That's not something I know much about.
Okay, so let's go talk to... is there anything else here?
That's
Nope.
not something I know much about. You'd better ask someone else.
Okay, so let's leave you.
I appreciate your...
Okay, let's go and talk to her about this. Do you know anything about
Could
this?
Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchios?
Oh, that could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
I'm not even paying
But
attention.
Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchios?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Okay. What about this?
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him and it worked.
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so.
Elliot, I'm just winding you up. I'm just winding you up because he was. I mentioned about gaming. It was like people just put. It's like what I was going to say as well. It's like when you go to a supermarket and they have like yogurt and then they put protein on it. It's like it's a protein yogurt, and all of a sudden all the gym goers go, "Oh, protein yogurt, gotta get that. It's a protein yogurt," and it's just like. You put gaming in front of anything, like you get a laptop, which is like super good or whatever, and then you go gaming laptop. Yes, it's going to have like a few other bits and bobs or whatever. But I think I saw something a while ago, and it was a controller, and it says gaming controller, as in like a gaming controller. I'm like, what the? Yeah, a gaming control. I saw this. I can't remember what it is. It was like a gaming controller. I was like, yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. What the fuck? What are you doing? Are you using this to control your TV? Are you just there like what the fuck? Like you're trying to change the channel with an Xbox controller? Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? So that's what I mean. Like, no. I know there is other things like that, like a drone and like remote control car, but it was literally looked like this. It looked exactly like this. Like an Xbox controller, and they were like gaming controller. I'm like, oh, okay, like it's we know what and it was just like, come on. Like, it was obvious of what it was, and they were like gaming controller and whatever, and then it was just like a whole thing. I know what you're doing, Keeps. I know what you're doing. You have this thing where you go, right, let's try and pick a loophole out of this argument. No, it was obvious. It was one of those. It was obvious. It was one of those. So don't at me, you little shit. I know what you do. You go, well, technically, you try and find a loophole in it, and I don't know what you little shit. I mean, with gaming desks, I can half understand it, because you could have smaller desks for reading or just working. For gaming, you need different dimensions, technically. I mean, yes, like you can have ones where you have, like I say with the plugs and stuff like that, or you can have, I'm not even going to say like have LED lights, because LED lights are just a gimmick. I mean, what constitutes it being like primarily for gaming? Like, unless you have something where you have like a built-in stands into it or whatever, or I don't know, like a place where you can have like monitors coming out of it or whatnot. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So, gaming desks tend to be smaller than good office desks, which I have myself. Gaming is a crap name for a desk. That's my point. Like, you slap a label on it, and immediately people go, ooh, you know, ooh, amazing, like it's a gaming this. So, like, you practice occultism.
Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
Right, okay. So...
I know I can handle
So
these.
there's nothing there we need to talk to you about. What about this? Provide evidence.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The things described in the book were inspiration for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo. My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures.
Well, okay, so you say like a normal desk is like 40, 50 depth, whereas a gaming desk is around 80. Now this is... I'll tell you what, I'll actually tell you. I have actually got a tape measure here. Don't ask me why. Do not ask me why. Oops. Depth. Oh, the depth. Okay. I was going to say, like, the length. Like, because this length is 2 meters. I've got a 2 meter desk length. What have I just dropped? I drops. And a PlayStation controller that can stand on the floor. Depth, actually, I don't know what the depth is on this. I think it's like... I want to say it's like... Oh, this is becoming a very weird stream, I know this. 60, yeah. Yeah, mine's like 60 in its depth. Which, to be fair, I would like it a little bit more, because it gives you a little bit more room to put shit, which is what I do. I just put loads of shit on my desk and be like, that can go there, that can go there. I was actually, the reason why this is out is because I was thinking about rearranging the room. My room is a little bit weird, like it's not like a square. I've got the door here, and then as you can see, I've got like this little nook right behind me, right here where the groove is, and then there's another nook on the other side of where this mirror is, which goes in even further. And I was thinking, could I get the desk, this desk, and put it in there, which I can't. So I was like, why don't I move the bed in that nook and then do something else? But then it turns out I don't think it will work. The only way I think it will work is if I get myself a single bed, which I don't want to do, because my dog Bella already takes up a lot of the bed when we go to bed anyway. So, right then. So, an angry letter.
I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
I don't fit. You fuck. I don't fit in a single bed. That is correct. I look like, basically, if I get in a single bed, it looks like a muffin. You know, you got the bed, and then you got overflow. That's me, the overflow. I'm a big muffin. Oh, what about this?
I can't follow you here.
What about this? You can't control your bitterness, not around me anyway. For me, it's too great a risk to all that kind of behaviour.
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt Manchios.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. Though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight...
He really does look like Paul Bettany, doesn't he?
You being on a bender?
Touché.
He looks proper like Paul Bettany.
The air here is rather refreshing.
Okay then, so what have we got in our mind palace here? So we've got a few more things. The power of love. Fabio was burning bridges with Mantia. If I was mean, I'd tell you. I'll tell you you have shit in your eyes, but I'm not. He actually, yeah, he does. I don't have shit in my eyes. He does look like Paul Bettany. Matista trusted in the occult over Fabio. So there's this. So Fabio broke Kurt Manchios's heart. And then, I think we're coming close to the end here. So Vogel was being held up by the letter. Because of a letter. So, one of these are lying. Vogel took the letter under influence. Manchios planted the letter. Could be. Could be. Could be this as well. But then... all this leads to Santos Pinchetti is the murderer. So let's go back, because we've actually got 2 more clues here. The power of love. So Matista, or Tista, trusted in the cult over Fabio. Matista believed in the occult and its power to keep Fabio close to her. Matista's book describes the supposed love ritual of stabbing someone and drawing symbols of Mars and Venus. So, Matista may have performed a ritual on Fabio to bring his love back. So there's 3 things at play here. We've done all the clues. So we are close to the end. Here we've got... what do we think? What are we thinking here now? Because there's a number of things at play. And this is all about, obviously, Fabio. I don't think Vogel done it. I don't think Vogel done it. I think, why on earth would Vogel invite us, Sherlock Holmes, to a party for him to commit a murder when he knew he would be caught anyway? That doesn't make sense. It's going to be either Manchios or Matista. Now, Matista, she is part of an occult. She did have the book on her regarding the ritual. But that come from Manchios's library, which he could be aware of it as well. I think he was using... I think it's Manchios. I think he had a deep love for Fabio. Fabio was then... he was then given the letter. He then planted the letter on Vogel. After that, he killed... he killed him. Matista was bruised by her guests. I'm just trying to think of information here which debunks it. Now, did Matista have a key to the room? Because the thing is... oh, wait a minute, no, because it wasn't Vogel. We got Pinchetti. So it's either Pinchetti, Matista, or Manchios. I don't think it's... well, okay, so Manchios is, of course, he's upset by it all. I forgot about Pinchetti. He's got a blood spatter on him. He alerted... What are we thinking? Because they've all got... well, I say they've all got one. They've all got a... We've all got kind of a reason except for Vogel. Vogel doesn't really match. Matista, she kind of does, but she doesn't. That doesn't really make sense, Matista, in my opinion. Manchios himself set himself up for debauchery. Shetty missed the blood splatter. He did inform the authorities. He does want the inheritance. What are people thinking here? Are people thinking in Shetty? Are people thinking Manchios? Because the thing is, okay, so Kurt Manchios carefully depraved himself of the depravity, or Kurt Manchios cleaned himself up after the murder. So we said this accidentally. We think he could be Kurt Manchios. For years, Fabios played with Kurt Manchios' heart and abused his interest in the younger performer. When Manchios received yet another rejection, he murdered Fabio and staged a love ritual to avoid suspicion. I don't think that's true. Now, this is the thing. If he was doing it to stage Matista, why would he plant the letter on Vogel? So we planted it on Vogel to avoid suspicion. Why didn't he just burn it? Why didn't he just burn it? Like, you wouldn't give the information to someone else where it could potentially come out. I don't think that's true. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would he give the information to someone else to avoid suspicion? That doesn't make sense. If we was to say Vogel was under the influence, which he has admitted, he was under the influence, he can't remember anything. He has admitted that. Manchios washed himself after the murder. Nope. He sets himself up for debauchery. He seems so aware of his image because he wants to make himself look as good as possible because he does love Fabio. Pinchetti missed the blood spatter. I think he killed the person. I think he killed the person. I think Pinchetti, disguised as a person in robes, he did have access to everywhere, disguised in robes, killed Fabio, then alerted, then washed himself, then he came into the went into the party as normal, then he went to the authorities, in order for Manchetti to be potentially I think that's more likely. I think he's gone to the authorities hoping that Manchios will then be caught to then he having the inheritance. Or not even inheritance, just to get the revenge. I think that sounds more likely. I'm going to go for Pinchetti. So correct the injustice. The only way for Santos Pinchetti to right his wrongs was to be rid of the monstrous uncle. Pinchetti should be punished for the crime of murder, but he has suffered enough and deserves a fresh start after a prison sentence. Santos Pinchetti snapped. After years of disrespect, Pinchetti devised a plan to be rid of his uncle, where misery and despair cannot justify murder. Pinchetti is dangerous, and a noose around his neck is all he deserves. I think that sounds likely, so that's what I'm going to go with. But I'm thinking I'm going to go for the injustice, not cold revenge. I'm going to go for this one.
I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place.
Okay, we are going to... Oh, wait a minute.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Wait a minute. Casebook. Now, he doesn't know anything. Doesn't know anything. They don't know anything. No, we're going to accuse. I think it is him.
I know who killed Fabio.
So I'm free to go, sir?
Quite the opposite. I think it was you, Mr. Pinchetti.
That is not possible.
Allow me to explain. You staged this decadent ritual so you would not be suspected. After a short fight, you knocked Fabio unconscious. You locked the door and dragged the body to the altar. You wanted to set up someone acquainted with this masquerade.
I don't have the nerve to kill or stage a murder. I can't even leave my uncle's house.
The blood on your shoe tells me that you were with Fabio. You stabbed him with the dagger while he was still alive. You drew a sigil on him. There was a great deal of blood. You needed to remove it. Blood is almost like glue. It sticks to everything, dries quickly, and is quite visible. But you know how to handle stains. You are Kurt Manchios's major domo. However, despite your best efforts, you missed a spot.
It doesn't make sense, sir. I was never there. I am convinced there's a reasonable explanation.
You wanted to be rid of your dear uncle. I myself barely know him and already find him intolerable. You've worked for him for years. Santos, do this. Santos, do that. He doesn't pay you. He doesn't recognize your work. He doesn't see you as family. But you thought that heritage might be yours. Instead, all you'll ever receive is mustache wax. It is painful to witness such a situation. I cannot imagine how it must be for you. So you decided to frame your uncle. Put the blame for Fabio's murder on him. That way, the heritage is yours, and you are free of him.
Half of what you say is true. I'm in pain. I have had a hard time with my uncle, but I'm not a murderer. I can't even stand up to my uncle. How could I have killed Fabio? He did nothing to me.
He was a source of your troubles too, though. Especially since Mr. Manchios treated him like a king.
I can try to help you.
Your uncle is a cruel man. He used everyone around him to his advantage. I don't believe he even truly loved Fabio. You knew very little love, support, or care from him. You lost your mind, Santos. And innocent people were hurt. I can't allow you to go free, but I can try to help you. I can provide my findings to the police. Decadence and perversity might poison anyone around them.
I don't know what to say. I can't breathe. I need to go outside.
Unfortunately, you can't.
Okay, how about... Right, they're not there anymore. Oh no, they are.
I'd weep if I had any tears left at all.
I wish everything were different.
We go to... Is it... Evidence? No, it's not evidence, is it? Where are we going now? Is it... No, it's to the archives. Talk to your boy.
Constable, Santos Pinchetti killed Fabio. The evidence is clear.
Is that so? Huh. A man like him has actually grown a pair.
He intended to set up his uncle for the inheritance. The old man had humiliated him for years in every possible way.
Oh, what a bunch of degenerates.
Well, as for Mr. Pinchetti, the evidence tells us that he was wronged and pushed to commit a crime to be rid of his uncle. I suggest that you help in easing his sentence.
That's a sad story, all right. But at least it's good enough for my promotion. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. Including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here.
Oh, okay.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
Thank you very much, sir. So, sacrificial lamb is completed. Right, we've got a few things here. All on the table. Report number 07-43. Officers arrived to find a deceased identified as Mrs. Violet Holmes lying in the garden of Stonewood Manor. Visual inspection showed the victim to have be thoroughly soaked with a deep vertical incision 2 inches in length down her throat. Her face was swollen and covered in red blotches, like cause of death, hypoxia. Awaiting confirmation from medical examiner, main suspect Otto Richter was arrested on the scene. Her body was sent to autopsy. Right.
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Where is it?
Oh, you did it, Sherlock. The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo.
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises?
Definitely Paul Bettany.
No lies?
Definitely.
You're happy with your decisions?
An acceptable outcome.
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Oh, yes. It's a struggle, but yes, we can make our own decisions. That's what I fight for.
And what an endless fight it is. Will you ever give yourself a break, Sherlock? You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
He's an interesting character. So now I think we go to the home, and I think this is where we figure out what's happened to our dear old mother. So, let us go... Where are we? There we go. Now, there's a lot of this game we've actually missed in terms of like the side quests and trying to rebuild the manor and all that sort of jazz, but... Right, so there's the garden around the back. So was it around here? There is, but not that way. Hello there, John. How you doing, buddy? Now, we can't go this way. We don't go... Do we go out this way? Through the money? Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, it must be.
Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry.
John, I always listen to you.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this door, but I can feel it. Buzzing, angry, like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
Pain? And truth.
I still can't believe I left him as a fucking ice cream man.
There is so much more we can do on Cordona. So many others we can help. There is no coming back from this.
Okay, so basically he's saying, like, once we do this, the game's done. So if we want to do any side quests or whatever, but we're not going to, of course.
John, my animum, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but my path was set long ago. I can no more step off it than I can ask the avalanche to roll back uphill.
Just... please be careful, Sherry. I love you.
Quite. Come on. We'll go together.
Right. Memories of the manor.
Why didn't I remember we had such a big garden?
Maybe you forgot it for your own good.
Okay, so he's not in his pyjamas anymore.
That's the descendant of a tree your father planted in London, correct?
Indeed, we planted the sprout here, and for a while it grew happily. Alas, it seems without us here to care for it, it didn't survive.
Like this. We got a rocking horse on the side. We got this.
Ah, yes. The statue of Merope. My mother was trying to restore it. Pity she never had the opportunity to finish.
Right then. Yeah. So we're probably going to get a huge flashback in a minute, showing the death. Now, is it going to be a huge twist or something like that? Like, turns out it was actually Vogel the whole time. The bench, okay. Can you imagine? Swords?
Is that the raft we made together, John?
Looks more like a pile of rotten planks now.
Ooh. Ooh, who's this? Is this Mom?
Mother?
Mother? Not getting any information from this.
That's from Mother's favourite tea set. What is it doing in here?
Oh. 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 Oh.
Come here, Sherry. Hurry!
Look at the state of him. Jesus Christ. Mate, Jesus Christ, I'm here. What's going on? Can we...
These must help calm her down.
John?
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything seems to be fine. What about over here? What's this? Huh. Do we go to the...
Don't go, Mother, wait.
Oh. It's that thing.
I remember this artifact from Mother's collection.
It was the artifact that we was looking at during... in the curiosity, place. Where's the other one? Where's the other thing? There we go. January 12th.
Mother's work journal. I liked poring over the detailed pages and reading about my parents' collection.
Right, where am I now? Oh, I'm in the,
Here it is. We'll just borrow it for a while.
Right, so...
Did you hear that?
That's when we come here.
Coming. Let's take him.
You call this progress? Charlotte, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Any result is progress, even if it is a worsening of her condition. It informs my...
No. I have made my decision. She must be sent to a legitimate medical facility. I will not let her hurt Sherlock.
What? Master Holmes, you do not understand.
That will be all. I expect you to have left the house by week's end.
Okay.
Sherry, say something. Can you hear me? You're scaring me.
Sorry, John, but...
Sherry, come here, darling.
Ooh.
Sherlock, I'm here. Come closer.
Coming, Mother. This was for my mother, wasn't it? I remember how we came to the garden for a breath of fresh air.
Okay, so... Well, we'll
Take me to my flowers, Sherry. They must already be in bloom.
As you wish, Mum. I bet you missed the fresh air, didn't you?
Terribly. The sun is far brighter than I remember. But I like it.
We can walk each day from now on, if you want.
That would be wonderful. Just look at them. The stars of the earth. Even the sky must be jealous of their beauty.
Indeed.
Oh, it's me and you. Well, let's see what happens next, mate.
Mother, would you like to go around the water?
That would be perfect. I always wanted such a nice pond in London. It looks so peaceful.
Mycroft knew you would like it.
We should put some fish in it, don't you think?
How about some carp?
That's a nice idea.
Okay. This is odd.
Let's visit your father's tree. It grows so fast, just like you.
We could even build a tree house in it.
Yes, Sherry.
So is that why John calls us Sherry?
Speaking of your father, could you call him out, please?
Mom! I'm sorry. He passed away. He's gone.
No, he's not.
I'm telling the truth. Did you forget again?
No, don't
Oh.
you dare say such things.
Oh.
You are a liar like all the others.
Mother!
Don't call me that. You aren't fooling me.
No! Mom, it hurts!
My son would never lie.
Oh wait, she.
Stop!
She-
Who are you? Reveal yourself.
Please stop! It's me, Sherlock!
You are not my Sherry. Give me my stuff back or I'll kill you.
Is it Mycroft? Oh. Wait, so Dr. Otto Richter saved us? We bought her tea. Risk of side effects, increased tolerance. We don't know that yet. Richter's experiments. Mycroft testified against Dr. Richter. My mother's throat was slit. Hysteria in the garden. Mycroft caught Richter. Death by hypoxia. My mother tried to kill me. My mother tried to drown me in the pond at Stonewood Manor. Mycroft testified against Dr. Richter. No, death by hypoxia. She drowned. My mother drowned. Her throat wound could either be a final humiliation by her killer or a desperate attempt to save her. She didn't drown. The slit on my mother's throat was an attempted tracheotomy. It makes no sense to do this if she was drowning. Allergic reaction. My mother had an unexpected allergic reaction to her medication. She suffocated. Doesn't sound correct. Oh. Oh, no. My mother was drowned. Right, so what other clues have we got? Richter's experiments. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter. Did not trust him. Suspicious psychiatrist. Mycroft testified against Dr. Richter and he caught him. Mycroft accused Dr. Richter. After Mycroft caught Dr. Otto Richter, he blamed him for our mother's death. Everything leading to deliberate murder. Otto killed my mother to end her suffering and save my life. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me and was correct in accusing Otto by impropriety. Otto killed my mother while trying to save me. The drowning was an accident, and he deliberately attempted a tracheotomy to save her. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me and wrongly accused Otto. Ooh. So that's all the clues. Oh no! What are we thinking? Oh, so we remember our mother going absolute batshit crazy and trying to fucking drown us. Next thing we know, we've got we're waking up to Dr. Richter kneeling over our mother, and she's clear. Yeah, so is kind of leant over her with blood everywhere. She didn't drown, I don't think. Well, say she didn't drown. She drowned. She didn't drown. Increased tolerance. Risk of side effects. Risk of side effects. Allergic reaction. John and I are responsible. I think it is Richter. I think he's is ultimately responsible for the whole thing. I think she's had an increased tolerance over the time of the medication that she's been using. It said at first she was okay, but then all of a sudden she started to deteriorate. She drowned. She had increased tolerance. So then, see, this is the thing, like, the fire says her throat wound could be either a final humiliation by her killer or a desperate attempt to save her. I think he was trying to save her. I think I think she had an increased tolerance, and because he was so focused on his work, he didn't want her to go to a psychiatric ward. He was trying to do his experiments. He didn't want all of that work to go in vain. So he tried to save her. Then it says it didn't make sense if she was drowning. But then it says John and I are responsible. I killed my mother without knowing it. The idea to give her sedatives came from John, which means I cannot trust my own mind. To heal myself, I must get rid of John. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me, or I am responsible for my mother's death. It was my idea to give her medication, which caused the allergic reaction that killed her. It's my guilt. Mycroft hid the truth to protect me. My mother died from an allergic reaction after I gave her sedatives with her morning tea. Otto Richter tried to save Violet, yet Mycroft deliberately blamed him for her death, despite John and I being responsible. What do we think here? That's true, Keeps. That is very true. John is potentially... John has been created... But then again, John was created before, wasn't he? Apparently John was created before... So I don't... How could you? I know, mate, I know. John was created before her death, which means he wasn't created in Sherlock's mind in response to his mother's death. It was before. Was John created as a coping mechanism for his father's death? I mean, he's not knowing reality to imagination. He's basically closed it off from his own mind to protect himself. But you are right, he can't really trust himself at this point, can he? But I think... Ooh, this is tough. Because everything screams that it's to do with Richter. Everything that he's been doing, he's been using her as a kind of lab rat for his own... For his... Oh. What do we say, everyone? What do we say? Because this whole time, I mean, let's be... This isn't a thing, but if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 bits of information. Let's say, argument's sake, it goes to the other way. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 things that are pointing to it. But then again, Mycroft accused. That's just an accusation. It's not fact. And Mycroft came in holding a gun to Richter. He obviously didn't see anything. All he saw was him just standing or sitting over her. You're thinking John? We're thinking John, eh? So... this isn't linking to anything. Yeah. This isn't linking to anything, and this would actually be quite significant. Are we going to go for John then? Looks like a John. Let's go for John. So everything screams out Dr. Richter, but yeah, I'm gonna have to say John's the killer. I think yeah, I'll go for John. It might not be right, it might be wrong, I don't know. The thing is about this game at the moment is, and this is one of the things I've got a little bit of a about the game. If John, no, if you're correct in a case, it doesn't exactly tell you if you're correct, if you're right or wrong, which is a little bit annoying, because the whole thing is you having the satisfaction of knowing what you've just done is correct. It shouldn't be up to your own it is your own interpretation to some degree, but you want to know your interpretation is correct, the intended thing. So I'm gonna say John is the killer. This is your final decision. You're about to make your choice. You will not be able to change it after confirmation. Confirm.
Sherlock. Sherlock. Can you hear me? Come on, wake up.
It also means as well, it's one of the reasons why he didn't want...
Get off me.
Sherry.
You knew, and more than that, you hid it from me.
You couldn't bear the truth, Sherlock, so I shouldered it for you. I took your pain, your horror.
You. It was your idea. The sedative, that was you.
She was hurting us. Sherry. I couldn't bear to see you suffer.
So you killed my mother. My worst impulses, my darkest thoughts, they're you. You were a lie, John. A fiction. A crutch.
No, I was a friend. Sherlock, please.
Sherlock?
What?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
I told you not to come, Sherlock. Where is he?
Who?
Your friend, John.
He's beside you.
Was all this worth it? Is he worth it?
Why is he here?
I think, in his own way, he was trying to protect me. A truth I couldn't bear. But now I must face it.
Whoa, 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 Sherry. What are you doing?
There is only one way through.
Through what? What do you mean?
My entire life, my work, my mind, has been compromised by a malignant force, by a perversion of rationality. By you, John. You're a tumor. You're a poison.
Sherlock.
And like a tumor, you must be excised for the health of the patient.
No. No, this is the lie, Sherry. I protected you. I am your friend, your brother. You know me. You know me. I was always there for you. When your mother lashed out, I took the hit. When you were alone, I held you. She was sick. She needed to calm down. I helped her.
You killed her.
No. Yes. No.
But it was not meant... Please. Please. I'm scared.
I know.
Are you all right?
I think, on the balance of things, no.
That is good news. To be unaffected by today's events would place you in a different pathology entirely. Your time on Cordona is over, Sherlock. Tomorrow we shall board a vessel back to London, and all this... it stays here.
He's gone, Mycroft. I needed to take control. He would help me, but it was a lie because but he's gone. I knew he was wrong. Do you see? I am free. I just had to act.
Yes. In that respect, you are your mother's son.
Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose. And to help a friend.
You and I are not friends. In a race between the thawing of the ice caps and our friendship, I would buy a boat.
Ha! Is that right?
I can see it now. I know what you did.
What did I do?
You needled me. From the moment we met, you were searching for weakness. You pushed me to pursue the truth about my mother. You questioned everything I did, everything I believed, to break me. To blur truth and fiction, reality, morality. A saboteur in silk. Was it vengeance, Werner? Or do you prefer Klaus?
Excuse me?
You are Klaus Richter, Otto's younger brother. Do you hold me responsible for his end?
Ha! There was no love lost between me and my brother. I am sure you can relate. Otto was merely the gravity that pulled me into your orbit. Or you into mine. Once I met you, I could not keep away.
Why? What reason do you have for all this?
To help you.
You're lying.
To show you that you were wrong.
More lies. I know you now, Werner. Try again.
To see what had happened. Or is that yet another untruth? Does it matter? Take your pick. Who cares? You're my masterpiece. I turned Sisyphus into Ozymandias. You could not see the futility of your quest until I helped you to let go of the rock. And now, nothing beside remains.
I remain. Despite you, and to spite you.
It is a matter of will and power now. Will you overcome this, or shall you decay? Oh, on that note, I brought you something.
I want nothing more from you.
When one wants for nothing, Sherlock, the best thing to get them is something personal. So, here you are. Now, please excuse me, but the gallery calls. I'm already conceiving my next project. You really are beautiful.
Holy shit.
I am all right. I returned to London and enrolled at Cambridge University. Their professors leave something to be desired, or perhaps I simply lack the interest in all but a few lectures. I prefer to spend my time at the local hospital pursuing things of practical use. Medical research, chemical tests, and the like. Empirical truths. I try not to think about you. I try not to think about anyone unless it is in the course of an investigation. I've started to help people with their menial mysteries. It keeps the mind occupied. I cannot risk otherwise. I'm not like her. I'm not like you. I am all right. I found it! I found it! I found it!
And what is that?
How far, bruises may be produced after death. How are you? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive.
How on earth did you know that?
Never mind. The question now is about bruising. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine.
It is interesting, no doubt, but practically...
Why, it is the most practical medico-legal discovery for years. Had we these data sooner, hundreds of men would have paid the penalty for their crimes. Cases oft hinge upon how a man died. Now, we can know which wounds he suffered alive, which occurred post-mortem, and what instrument was responsible. And ergo, one will soon be able to calculate with utmost precision when and where death occurred, sparing the innocent and damning the guilty.
Well, then you are to be congratulated.
Indeed. But, you came here on business.
Correct again. I am looking for someone with whom to take diggings, and heard you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you.
I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street, which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?
I smoke ships myself.
That's good enough. I get in the dumps at times, and don't open my mouth for days on end. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's best for two fellows to know what bruises each other carries before they begin to live together. My last companion and I...
Well, I object to rows because my nerves are shaken, and I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours, and I am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well, but those are the principal ones at present.
Do you include violin playing in your category for rouse?
It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one...
Oh, no, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing as settled. Oh, forgive my manners. My attention wavers. Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. John Watson.
John.
That was actually quite good at the end, wasn't it? It's quite a nice little twisty-turny, weren't he? Oh, big stretch. Yeah, that wasn't actually too bad, was it? I didn't expect the whole John thing at the... I mean, we kind of knew he was like a figment of our imagination. Oh, that was like evident from near on the beginning. Are you winning, son? Yeah, we've just won. How you doing, Freeze? But yeah, that was a nice little twist, wasn't it? It was the fact that I think we did make the right decision in terms of it being John. I think that was probably the best thing we could have picked, but yeah, I don't think in terms of like the general the way the game went, it was fine, but I didn't like the fact that it doesn't actually tell you whether or not you get anything right or wrong. So whether or not we picked it being Otto Richter, I imagine obviously we would have gone to Vogel Werner. Or was it Werner Vogel? VV, whatever. Would he had turned up or whatever? I don't know, because I imagine there's like a separate cutscene. But yeah, I think we made the right decision. I'm glad we didn't really kind of go too much into it as well, because it, in terms of the other games, I would say this is probably on the lower end, as Ellie kind of said as well, that she didn't really find this one as enjoyable. But I'm glad I've done it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try my hand at getting Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 streamed. Now, it was generously donated by one of the viewers called Sheepy, which is very, very generous of them. It was like they got me the gold edition, which is like nearly £70, which is like stupidly generous, you know, very, very generous of them. Yeah, so they donated that to the channel a few days ago. So we're gonna give that a look-see. Can your PC handle it? Well, this is what I was going to say. Like, I don't know whether or not my PC can handle. Like, my PC can handle it, but whether or not it can handle it while I'm streaming, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it downloaded. I've got a night shift tonight, so I'm going to get that sorted for downloaded, like, whilst I'm at work. Then tomorrow, after I finish my night shift, I'm going to give it a few tests. I'm going to see how we can handle it. If it's a bit rough, like it was a little bit rough with Senwa Saga a few months ago, I'm going to set up my second PC and I'm going to try my best, even if it's just for Kingdom Come Deliverance. We're going to have a dual PC set up, because I've been meaning to do it anyway. It'll be good to kind of learn how to do it, because my streaming PC, well, same stream PC, my other PC can absolutely do it. It's just having everything going off on one graphics card. So it shouldn't be a problem. At all. Even if we've got to turn the graphics down a little bit, that's what we did with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. We'll see. So yeah, it should be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We will find some workarounds if we need to. I think the game is like looking at the graphics, it is nice. But again, it is it's not about the textures of, so like the thing we had a problem with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was weather. I think weather does have quite a big impact on like graphically. It does, doesn't it? It's like a so yeah, we'll have a look at that for over the weekend. So most likely now there won't be a stream tomorrow. Most likely I'll be doing some testing tomorrow, and then there should be a stream Saturday and or Sunday, which should be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If it's not, what I will do is I'll be streaming something else. I'll let people know on the Discord, of course, and I will try and find some workarounds in order to get Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 streamed as soon as possible. So yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But I hope people enjoyed Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. It wasn't too bad, as I say. It wasn't as good as the other ones. I enjoyed the other ones a lot more. I thought it was an interesting take. I enjoyed what they were trying to do with it, but again, it fell a tiny bit short. So yeah, the next Sherlock Holmes games, The Awakened, I think it should be a sequel to this one, or I know it's a remake, of one of the original games. So we'll end up playing that sometime. I say sometime soon. If we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that's going to take a long while. That's going to take us probably until the end of middle of March, maybe. So that's going to take up a lot of the channel, but that's absolutely fine. So anyway, I'm going to head off. I'm going to go get some food and stuff. It is 7 o'clock here, so yeah, I'm going to go get some food and do whatever I need to do before my beloved last night shift. So yeah, hope people have a lovely rest of the evening. For those who aren't following, I do want to drop a follow. That is always welcome, of course. Thank you everyone who has dropped in and said hello. Thank you for the subs, of course, today. Like Timmy D, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Those at YouTube who do want to drop a sub as well, you are always welcome to. And those who want to join the Discord, you are more than welcome as well. If you got any recommendations for any games or whatever, just drop them in, of course. So yeah, I'll see everyone very soon. So if not tomorrow, it'll be Saturday. Again, doing a little bit more testing for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So yeah, I'll let people know in the Discord. So have a lovely evening, and I'll see you all most likely Saturday. So take it easy now. Have a great rest of the evening, and I'll see you all soon. Take care now, and bye bye.